Welcome, I'm Chris Tinsley. This is Finances for Everyone, where your financial health matters. Now, today we're going to be talking about the real estate investing 7-step guide. Thanks for checking out today's episode. If you want to find out more, go to the show notes and click on financesforeveryone.com. All right, let's get started. So the biggest question that real estate investors will ask is, how are other investors finding real estate deals? Now, let's face it, real estate investing is hard, and you may be like other real estate investors out there. You dream of gaining passive income by buying an investment property. Maybe you just want some sort of cash flowing property, but maybe you eventually have that dream of quitting your 9-to-5 job and focusing on real estate full time. Whatever your reasons for getting into real estate, that has the potential to change your life for the better. But first, you have to find a property that you can actually purchase. If you're like most people, you may be searching the MLS and online, and really, you're not finding real estate deals. So in these series of videos, I'm going to be going over the 7 steps to finding real estate investing deals and explain a little bit how other investors are finding deals. So the first step that we're going to go over is really the formula for finding real estate deals, so you can kind of understand how you are going to be finding these real estate deals. So to begin finding deals, you have to find the experts. So using the information that you're going to find in each section of this video, you're going to learn how to build your real estate team. I'm going to touch a little bit on each expert and why they really are important to have on your team. I'm also going to talk about some of the sample questions that you can ask each expert, and really these are the people that are going to help you not only find deals but also be able to structure your deal and finally be able to close on your deal. And then sometime, if you're doing flips, actually be able to sell that and do it all smoothly, because finding those high quality experts is probably the hardest part of investing. And just like any other investment, people are going to be the hard part. The next thing that you want to do is you want to ask for recommendations. So when you find your experts, you want to ask them if they have any other recommendations for any other expert that you need on your team. So let's say you talk to a real estate agent, and then you ask them if they have recommendations for a mortgage broker or attorney. So what's important to remember is that these experts aren't going to want to give you somebody terrible, because that's going to reflect badly on them. And so the more recommendations that you're able to get, the first person, second or third expert that you talk to from a recommendation may not be a good fit for you, but the more recommendations that you get, the closer you're going to be to finding someone who is better quality. The mistake that most people make is that they rush this process. They're too anxious to want to be able to buy a house, and so they just take the first or second expert that they talk to, and it doesn't end up being a good fit, or they don't end up finding a good deal, and they wonder why. So next, you want to find experts who are active investors themselves. This will increase your chances of the expert actually being able to help find off-market deals for you. And really, the truth of the matter is that there's just too many people out there in real estate who just don't know what they're talking about. For many of these careers, there's a low barrier entry, especially for like real estate agents. And they may seem like an expert in real estate, but to be able to truly find those who are excellent can really, that good question that you can ask is whether they're investors themselves. You really need to find those people who are excellent, and usually those excellent people are going to be those who are actual investors themselves. Then the next part is marketing. So marketing part of the house is the second portion of real estate investing after you find all your experts. So really being able to combine your marketing with your real estate team is the gas that can really set your dreams on fire and giving you multiple opportunities to succeed. So as you market, you can still keep up with your real estate experts and follow up with them to see if they have any off-market deals. Really, the mistake that a lot of people make is that they're only doing one or the other. So building relationships is important, but so is marketing. And without both, you really don't give yourself a chance to succeed at being able to find off-market deals. Then the last part of step 1 is connecting with community. So you need to have other people, other investors around you that you can learn from. So I have a Finances for Everyone Facebook group that you can find in the show notes that you can connect with to ask questions, share problems, as well as successes. And not only can you connect with other people on there, but you can ask me any questions or concerns that you have, and I can do my best to answer that. So I have a link in the show notes to the Finances for Everyone Facebook group, but community is extremely important. All right, now let's talk about step 2, who you need to have on your team. Before you can start finding real estate deals, you need to know who to have on your team so you can start building experts around you. So the first one is fairly obvious, but nonetheless important, and that is your real estate agent. So a real estate agent is really arguably one of the most important people that's going to be on your team, because they're not going to only help you find your house, but if they're really good, they're going to help you deal with all the other aspects of buying a house the right way. So taking time to find a good agent can really make or break your real estate investing career. And if there's investors themselves, and if they deal with investors on a day-to-day basis as a real estate agent, they may know a lot of off-market deals already, because hate to tell you this, most of the deals do not make it to the MLS. Most of those deals are snatched up when an agent finds out that somebody is going to be listing a property. They reach out to their network and they try to find a buyer before it even hits the MLS, which can be extremely powerful, not only for the person selling it, but also to get a good deal for any of those other investors out there. So taking the time to know the right real estate agent can really help you out. So the next thing that you're going to need is a mortgage broker, most likely, or a community banker. But a mortgage broker is going to be a huge help to have on your team. So if you don't have the cash, which most people don't, to buy a deal or your first house, then you need to reach out to a mortgage broker who can help you find the financing. So since you can't even really get started without money, picking the right broker is going to help you close on deals faster. So then you need a good real estate attorney. So to legally buy a house, you need to have an attorney that knows what they are doing, can do title searches, all the paperwork to close on your behalf without a bunch of hassle. And that really is what you're looking for in an attorney, is you don't want a bunch of hassle. So don't get lazy and pick a bad one, because it can take a long time to close and you're going to be opening yourselves up to all kinds of problems. But the great thing is, if you find a good agent, a broker, an attorney who are also investors themselves, you're widening your network of investors who can help you find deals or may know somebody that has a deal already. Then also a community banker. So a community banker is a great asset to have in your team, and very often, they can have more attractive loan terms than a lot of big banks out there. They can also help you use creative financing to buy properties, and you may be able to close a deal that wasn't possible with just a normal bank. So community bankers, they're those people that you can have a relationship with in your town. They understand your market, and they're there to help improve the community. So having a community banker on your team can be very powerful. But a mortgage broker can also have a wide net that they can throw out there to try to find the best loan and the best deal. But if you're going to do multiple properties and have a lot of rentals or do a lot of flips over time, a community banker can really help you out, especially a good one. And a home inspector. So home inspectors, going to make sure that you know everything that is wrong with the property before you buy it. So if you pick a bad one who really cuts corners and misses something and doesn't find something that's wrong, you could be out of a lot of money further down the line. But also home inspectors are great because they're going to be there. If something is wrong with the property, they can probably help you find somebody to fix it. They may be able to tell you how big of a deal it actually is. If you need to put that in your negotiations before you close your house, they can help you kind of make that decision as to whether or not you need to be asking the seller to fix it beforehand. An appraiser, these can be very important because they can make or break your deal. So you have to have an appraisal on the property, and if it's too low, the bank isn't going to give you a loan. But also, if you're trying to sell your house eventually and you're trying to get an appraisal to see what you can list it for, and they don't appraise your house for what it really is worth, and they don't understand how your neighborhood works, then you're going to be out a lot of money if you price that too low. So there can be a lot of benefit of having a good appraiser, especially if you're going to be taking out a loan, or if you're going to be selling a house in the future. Finding a good appraiser up front can be extremely powerful. And then a contractor or handyman is going to always help you out, because whether or not you're going to be doing rentals or you're going to be doing flips, a good, honest contractor is going to be key to your real estate investing career, because there's always something that needs to be fixed. If they cut corners, then you're going to have never-ending headaches. So you need to find a good one. And really, the way that you're going to vet this is through some of the questions that we'll talk about in the next section. So then this next expert is going to be for those that are doing rental properties, but a property manager is going to be very important. So you want to make sure that the person that is managing your properties is doing a quality job. So if they aren't doing, a good job for other people's investments, they're probably not going to be doing a good job for yours. So you're going to suffer in the long term. So there are always more people that you can put onto your team in real estate investing. These are some of the key members that you will want to include. And remember that finding experts, you need to treat them as an employee, because you're going to be paying them hard-earned money. So you need to actually do the interview and ask them the right questions, which we're going to talk about in the next video. So if you want to find out more about this topic, you can go to my website to financesforeveryone.com and click on courses. You can also find the link in the show notes, and that's going to take you to our real estate deal finding toolkit course. We're going to deep dive into a lot of these topics, and we're going to talk about how to find experts that can help find real estate deals for you. And this is going to be good for any investor or somebody that just wants to buy their first house, because no matter what, buying real estate is an investment. Even if it's the house that you're going to be living in, you don't want to buy in a bad neighborhood. You don't want to buy a piece of trash that is going to be no good for you in the future. Everybody is looking for a good deal. So this course is for those people who want to find a good deal and don't want to get ripped off, and regret it in the future. So go ahead to the show notes and click on the financesforeveryone.com/courses. Thanks for checking out today's episode. To find out more, go to the show notes and click on financesforeveryone.com. Fill out your information in the banner and receive a free gift. And you can also read our blog and check out our online real estate course. You can also check us out on YouTube or wherever you listen to podcasts by typing in Finances for Everyone. Till next time.